CTOS skor? Alamak, sayang, apa tu?
CTOS score?
Tahu? It follows you everywhere. It's whether buying a house or a car.
We're planning to start a family, so everything has to be in check.
Family kami dah besar, so memang plan nak beli rumah sendiri yang selesa sikit.
Last I checked,
He hardly checks his CTOS score. Well, me too.
rasanya tahun lepas kot.
3 bulan yang lepas. Boleh check dekat website, phone, tablet, semua boleh.
Alamak, skor saya rendah lah.
Skor you rendah, skor I okey sikit yang. Tapi tak adalah jauh sangat beza. Macam mana risaulah. To be honest, sebelum ni saya tak pernah tahu apa-apa pun pasal CTOS score. Tadi dah buat test tu, I think it really helps.
Your score is higher. So, our wedding kena lagi besar tau.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Anda sedang menonton agenda AWANI. Jangan bimbang, saya pun tak tahu apa penarafan kredit saya ataupun skor CTOS saya. Sebab itu kita akan membincangkannya dalam program kali ini. Itu penting ya, kerana tiada lagi rahsia dan kita boleh tahu terus apa sebenarnya kedudukan kita dalam aspek pengurusan kredit. Dalam konteks itu, I would like to welcome and for the first time ever with me is Dennis Martin, the CEO of kumpulan data systems dan which is a CTOS group. And then there's the CTOS itself, and the Ketua Pegawai Eksekutif, the CEO is Eric Chin. Thank you so much for making time. I like watching the video. Saya suka tengok perkara macam tu because it's not a direct way of giving a message, but I guess it captures the perception of many people. So with that, I would like to go into the intro of CTOS. Maybe Dennis can start because a lot of views out there about CTOS. Yep. I guess this is the time to really tell us all what is it, because somebody would be worried. I'm not be able to get married watching that video because what if they check my CTOS rating, for example?
Yeah, and look, CTOS has been around for a long time. It's been around for over 20 years. There are some people that have got some history with CTOS going back, and they don't quite understand it. So it's great to get the opportunity to explain who we are.
Sure.
So CTOS is the largest credit reference agency in Malaysia. It's registered under the CRE Act of 2010, and we offer a range of solutions that help consumers, help companies, and help the economy. So we pride ourselves on what we can do for business and for consumers. And no, we don't have a blacklist.
It's knowing is better, right? It always is.
Oh, absolutely right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric, can you tell us why is it that the perception is one thing and the reality is the other thing when it comes to CTOS? Because Eric boleh bagi perspektif tempatan terhadap perkara ini. Jadi, apa kepentingannya CTOS untuk rakyat Malaysia yang kadang-kadang mungkin memikirkan tentang aspek kewangan dan pengurusan kredit itu kemudian berbanding perkara lain?
Terima kasih, Encik Kamarul. Sebenarnya kalau kita lihat fungsi utama agensi pelaporan kredit, terutamanya CTOS, fungsi utamanya adalah untuk memudahkan dan melancarkan proses penilaian permohonan kredit, pinjaman, dengan merapatkan jurang maklumat atau jurang informasi yang ada tentang seorang peminjam. Kalau dilihat sekarang, kalau seorang pergi ke bank dan hendak meminjam wang, officer bank tu tidak tahu siapa peminjam ni, kan? Apa latar belakangnya. Jadi salah satu fungsi utama adalah merapatkan jurang, jurang maklumat. Terdapat lagi satu fungsi yang amat penting bagi CTOS, iaitu kami ingin memupuk tabiat atau culture pembayaran balik yang bertepatan, tepat pada masanya di kalangan masyarakat umum. Ini adalah satu attitude atau behavior yang amat penting, kerana ini akan memberikan what we call satu reputasi kredit yang baik. Jadi bagi masyarakat umum adalah amat penting yang mereka sendiri bertanggungjawab terhadap reputasi kredit mereka sendiri, bukan bank, bukan kerajaan. So, jadi itu ada satu message yang amat penting.
Jadi kerja seharian CTOS, the day-to-day activities at CTOS will be centering around compiling reports of the credit status of either individuals or institutions, organizations, and these are largely public data that is collected by CTOS. Tidak ada satu senarai rahsia yang meletakkan nama sesiapa, tapi inilah data-data yang dikumpulkan secara profesional, it's collected professionally and of course verified and double check and triple check and whatever it is, and ada satu senarai yang sahih yang boleh diguna pakai that can be used by whoever wanting to give out credits or financing to a prospectus employee or clients or borrower. Is that largely? Adakah itu gambaran besarnya?
Jadi kalau dilihat di bawah Akta Pelaporan Kredit, ia memberikan hak kepada agensi pelaporan kredit seperti CTOS untuk mengumpul dan memproses maklumat. Ya, it could be public sources, it could also be proprietary information. Tetapi yang amat penting yang perlu ditegaskan di sini adalah walaupun proses pengumpulan dan pemprosesan adalah diberi kepada CTOS, tetapi proses penzahiran, penzahiran laporan kredit adalah secara first of all kena melalui persetujuan. Kalau tidak ada persetujuan, laporan kredit itu tidak boleh dizahirkan kepada sesiapa pun.
Tak boleh
ini adalah
tak boleh diberikan.
Jadi ini akan clear the perception lah.
Persetujuan dari
persetujuan daripada data subject.
Okay. Eric was just telling that you need the consent
Absolutely.
of the subject in the report. But I'm just going to go to the impact of it first. It just enable sensible, transparent credit process. Can I put it that way?
You've nailed it. Absolutely. It's about transparency. It's about making informed decisions. And it's about protecting consumers. It's about making sure that people who can afford to get loans, and those that can't get advice and get guidance on what they can do to correct their financial position.
You've been in this a long time. I'm sure you've many stories of how this has helped improve people's lives.
Yeah, absolutely right. So I've been in this specific industry for over 20 years in a number of countries around the globe and a long time in Asia Pacific. And I've seen many cases where people have gone beyond what they can afford and through working with agencies like ours, they've been able to understand what the issues are and fix them and get into a position where they can then get a better credit profile going forward and can start to borrow again and start to have a better life. I've also seen companies develop and grow because they're lending sensibly and they don't have those losses which drain on their financial resources. And then I've seen what happens to countries. I mean, we have a positive effect on the GDP of a nation.
Yep.
There's not many companies around that can say that. So we help consumers, we help businesses grow, and we help the economy grow. And that's what makes me proud, and that's what makes me positive about this industry.
It's not just helping those giving out loans and against the consumers, it's everyone because
Everyone
it's accessible.
benefits. Absolutely right.
Okay, let's go for the first break. But once we are back, I want to look at the bigger picture. Where do you see this going? Because when the country is growing, there's a need for more liquidity and credit to move around, and we're going to build more things. We're going to have more services, and people are going to subscribe or pay for them. Sometimes using credit, not most of the time. In some areas. So, what's the bigger picture here for CTOS? How do you sort of help govern the country in this sense? Being the financial health checker for the nation. That we'll discuss later. Anda masih menonton Agenda AWANI, still watching Agenda AWANI. Don't worry, jangan bimbang. Bila dengar CTOS, when you hear CTOS, semuanya telus, it's very transparent. It's not just against you, it's for you also. Whether you are an individual, sama ada anda individu, whether you are a business, sama ada anda perniagaan, terbabit dalam perniagaan, atau sebagai negara. Dan negara perlu lihat, nation needs to look at where its credit health is. And untuk itu, for that, I would like to go to Dennis first. What's the bigger picture with CTOS? Like media is simple. It's about awareness, giving people information. But for CTOS, you've alluded to it, like you're like the financial health checker for the nation, even in that sense.
Yeah, I like to think of us as the enabler.
Yeah.
So we help things happen. So from the consumer's perspective, what's the big picture? The big picture is letting people understand what their financial health looks like. So a lot of financial literacy, and we spend a lot of time, we spend a lot of effort trying to educate people so that they're better understanding of what they're doing with their money and how they're using it and how they can get the best from it. And in terms of growing business, that's an important part for us. So we help business get access to funds. We help business get access to money so they can employ more people, so they can buy more machinery, so they can grow their business and they can help to grow the economy. So, credit bureaus or CRA agencies like CTOS are a huge enabler of making this country successful. And that's important to us.
Okay. Eric, kadang-kadang persepsi lama tu masih ada. Orang dengar CTOS pun dia mula gerun. Tetapi sebenarnya, apakah skor kredit ataupun penarafan kredit individu atau organisasi ni? Kalau kita boleh berikan sikit penjelasan tentang apakah ciri-ciri ni, apa yang ada laporan tu dan apa maksud laporan tu.
Okey, terlebih dahulu mungkin saya akan saya memberi sedikit ulasan tentang My CTOS Score.
Okay.
My CTOS Score adalah satu kerjasama strategik antara CTOS dengan FICO ataupun lebih dikenali sebagai Fair Isaac, iaitu salah satu multinational, ya, yang berkecimpung di dalam jurusan business analytics, ya, di negara-negara barat, ya, terutamanya seperti Amerika Syarikat dan di Eropah, ya. FICO score itu adalah amat penting, right, untuk mendapatkan akses kepada kredit, ya. So semasa kami membangunkan My CTOS Score dengan FICO, ya, sedikit sebanyak tentang FICO Score ni ataupun CTOS Score ni adalah nombor satu. Ianya adalah satu nombor 3 angka, 3 digit, ya, dari 300 hingga 850, right. Secara mudahnya lebih tinggi angka 3 digit, ya,
Lebih bagus lah.
lebih bagus kepercayaan kredit seseorang, ya. Dan kepercayaan kredit ini juga memaparkan, ya, kesihatan kredit seseorang individu, ya. Setakat ini ramai banyak industri perbankan sudah mula mengenali, right, dan menggunakan, ya, CTOS Score, right, sebagai salah satu kemudahan, ya, untuk menilai kredit semasa meneluskan pinjaman kewangan.
300
hingga 850. 850.
Ya. Tapi macam juga A sampai F ke,
Ya.
tentunya A dan B itu lebih bagus. Jadi kalau yang paling optima,
Ya.
adakah 600
Ya.
ke atas?
Jadi kalau kita lihat cara dia di segmen, ya, antara 700 hingga 850 boleh dikonsider sebagai good to excellent, ya. Jadi 850 tu memang tahap yang tertinggilah, ya. Dan dari 650 hingga 700 kita consider dia average, ya, sedang hingga ke above average, ya. Dan di bawah 650 artinya memerlukan perbaikan lah.
Dan tak semestinya akan terus berada di situ kalau dia memperbaiki.
Ya. Satu soalan yang sangat bagus, ya, Encik Kamaru. Kalau kita lihat CTOS Score ini bukanlah satu angka yang statik, ya. Dia adalah satu angka yang dynamic, ya. Artinya kalau seorang seorang consumer dia mempunyai skor yang tidak baik, dia perlu melalui satu proses pembaik pulihan, ya, dengan one of the things is basically to pay their loans on time, right? Dan dari sana, right, CTOS Score itu akan improve with time.
Okay. Eric has just given us the rating system.
Yes.
Up until 850, and of course everybody should be targeting 700 and above. But you've seen many, and can this be seen as an enabler to really improve oneself in terms of managing finances? Because once you know what your report card is, then you can see which steps to take, and how would people and institutions make the best out of the scores given.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I think the problem that we've had in the past and before the CTOS score came about is people didn't know. People just didn't understand what their financial position was. They didn't know why they got declined. So now they know. And having that knowledge enables them to understand what they can do about it. And so we're happy to give people advice on things that they can do to improve their score, which makes them more attractive to lenders.
Okay. I have to go for the last break, but once we're back, maybe just before that also I want to throw this question. How is it calculated actually? You know, sometimes, yeah, maybe late for one payment, but does that really impact? How much does that impact?
Right.
Maybe Eric boleh bagi sedikit gambaran.
Yang tu dia lebih cepat.
Atau Dennis can take it. Then we go forward because the word, the phrase that data analytics. So this is the age of analytics. This is the age of big data, right?
Absolutely right.
So big data means everything is networked and intertwined. So this can't run away from where you go for holidays, for example, because it might later be used as consideration to allow you to get a visa or not, for example. So I want to look at the bigger picture with you also. After we really know how is it calculated, how you can improve or lose your scores in between the 300 to 850 right after this short break. I'm already busy talking because this is a very interesting point to know, and I think it's a must to know. Because if you don't know, kalau kita tak tahu pasal penerapan kredit kita sendiri, syarikat kita, organisasi kita, maka panduan minggu depan tu sukar. But I guess the question I asked before the break, Dennis, if we know the marking system, we will know how to score and we will know how to lose marks. So if you can give us the 101 guide on that.
There's a lot that goes into building a score. It's a complete analytical model, which is quite complicated. But there are 5 key factors. The first is your payment history, whether you've paid your loans on time or not. So that's one of the key elements.
So one missed payment would be...
One missed payment may not have much of an effect. In fact, because there's lots that go into
total,
it.
like
In total,
average, yeah.
it's just that'll only be one element within a whole range of things. There's the amount that you owe. How much of your credit facility has been utilised from your limits, for example. Okay. The third is your credit history length. How long have you had your credit facilities for? Okay. The fourth is your type of loans that you have, the mix. Credit cards, unsecured lending, personal loans, housing loans, etc. And the fifth really area is the new credit. How have you been approved for new credit recently?
And these are all formulaic with analytics. There's no human intervention at all. Right? You just put the data in, the computer will crunch it out, right?
It's quite complicated.
Yeah.
So within each score, there's actually hundreds and hundreds of what we call attributes, little pieces of information that form up that summary of your credit report, which is what a score is.
So if you give us the 5, I'm sure you give us a few of how, not beat the system, but work with the system to improve your score.
Yeah, it's not complicated.
Right.
It's just make sure you pay your bills on time. Make sure you don't have too many facilities that you just simply don't use. So you don't have too many transactions. Don't apply for too many loans that you don't need. Okay. It's just really quite sensible stuff.
So it's sometimes when you have the plastics, easy to that. In the old days, now you just and press enter. And it's more a human factor in managing your credit ratings rather than the actual official technical side of it.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's just knowing that, hey, do I need this additional credit card because it's going to give me a free gift? Okay. And saying, no, actually I don't need that because I'm not using all my facilities anyway. And then saying, if I pay my bills on time, I won't have any problems.
So CTOS is multinational in that sense?
CTOS is a local company.
Yeah, but it looks at multinational data.
Well, in terms of...
You work with partners that look at
we
solutions.
work with FICO, who is our partner for developing, and they're a multinational. They've done this all around the world, and we use their expertise.
I'm going to go and test Eric's knowledge now. How do you look at Malaysian on average performance in this credit score? Macam mana kita lihat prestasi Malaysia secara keseluruhan, warga kita yang telah pun tersenarai dalam sistem CTOS ini?
Setakat ni ada lebih 600,000 individu yang telah berdaftar dengan CTOS. Salah satu objektifnya adalah untuk memperolehi CTOS score mereka.
Okey.
Ya. Dan kalau kita menganalisa, right, menganalisa yang 600,000 ini, boleh dikatakan secara puratanya lebih 30% lah. Lebih 30% adalah antara average all the way to excellent. Ya. Dan ada lebih kurang 15% yang kita panggil TINFA score. TINFA punya scoring. Ya. Artinya dia tidak cukup maklumat ya untuk kami menghasilkan satu skor. Ya. Dan yang lain artinya juga ada ramai yang perlu menambah baiklah di beberapa area. Ya. Dan apa yang penting adalah tidak tenat. I think the key point is not at the tenat stage. I think that's the important point. But definitely there are areas to improve.
I'm sure there's a lot of people out there asking, how do I get this score? But before I go there, Dennis, what's next? What's going into the future? We've talked a bit about big data analytics, so this is the trend.
Yeah, so absolutely right. And we're just starting to get into that space now with the CTOS score. There is lots more analytics that we're going to look at, including things like analysing the likelihood someone should get an offer. In other words, are they in a financial position where they should be offered new credit cards or not, and other sorts of analytics. We're also looking at making sure we bring in fraud detection systems for both the consumer and also for companies. So we'll be launching a new subscription-based service which will give consumers the ability to monitor their activity, their files, as well as be alerted if there's a potential fraud on their account, an ID fraud, for example. So we'll be looking at bringing in a lot more of that international type product and solutions that are second nature globally that we haven't yet got in Malaysia. So
There's
we'll be
a lot
looking
of
at
room to grow.
a lot of room to grow.
Okay. Eric, saya janji tadi, okay, bagaimana kita nak dapatkan skor kredit ni, mungkin ada yang belum tahu.
Okay, so I think my point would be reputasi kredit adalah tanggungjawab anda sekalian.
Okay.
Ya. Jadi datanglah ke www.ctoskredit.com.my, right, untuk mengetahui dengan lebih mendalam laporan kredit serta CTOS score anda.
Atau ada aplikasi iOS dan Android, atau boleh berjalan ke mana-mana, masuk saja, walk in untuk cawangan yang ada, dan pendaftaran percuma. Registration is free.
Yes.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. That's all the time we have. Itu saja masa yang kita ada.
Thank you very much.
InsyaAllah. Kita akan jumpa lagi. Jangan bimbang tentang CTOS. Pergi ke laman sesawang atau masuk terus ke cawangan yang mereka ada, atau hantarkan ke AWANI. Kita ada pelbagai platform. Kita ada Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Buat turun aplikasi mudah alih iOS dan Android AWANI. Dan anda boleh bertanya, mengkritik dan menonton secara langsung di gadget mudah alih kegemaran anda. Sekian, selamat malam. InsyaAllah. Kita akan bertemu.